Peace, my family, and right back to all those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time. Welcome. This your girl, the butterfly. We about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all the good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right in that good non-mind. How y'all feeling today? Hope you guys want stuff and moving on up. Higher nature and cleansing. Oh yeah. Cleansing glows. I came here today to express, checking in on y'all. How y'all feeling? Hope you guys want stuff and getting your mind right out here and checking out the right knowledge by Master Teacher Dr. Malachi out. It's so much needed in this world in these days and times, so people can understand what's really happening here and be true to who you are. Get to know yourself again, family. It's so much needed. As family, we can learn a lot from the past. We can learn a lot from renewing our history. We can learn a lot about how we're supposed to move here on this planet, how we're supposed to be cleansing ourselves and purifying ourselves and getting right. With who? The Most High. Right. That's right. Alright, so omnipotent Jesus, Joshua, Tammuz, Horus, came to get that message across. And for ones that listen, right? It's people out here nowadays, some are lost, some are confused, and some are just plain hard-headed. And that's not funny, but I'm not laughing. In a sense, it's like more to me in my personality. It's like a type of laugh. This family, we gotta learn how to listen to the Most High. And with the facts and evidence and truth that is being given, right? We're not just speaking on someone that's just speaking to be speaking. We have evidence. We have facts. We have truth. And all of it is needed for you all to understand yourselves and the world that you are in, if you ever question it. Because family is a way, a life that we're supposed to be living out here and wobbling the science of the nether right. In order to know this, you gotta understand where these religions came from, history behind them, what's really going on, right? So you can see what's happening in the bigger picture of it all, so you can understand what it's leading you up to. The right knowledge is key, because that's most definitely going to help you open up doors in your chakras, right? With them all open, you know. Also, you have to be getting the proper nourishment in your bodies and taking care of yourself as well. Internally and externally, it all works. You need both foods, right? You need the food that you need, the fuel that you need to take care of yourself, and you need that nourishment, you need that right knowledge, you need the soul food, I like to call it pamphlets of peace, that is needed for your soul journey, right? Now, of course, you're not going to like everything that I have to say. And that's okay, right? It's not for, meaning to really like it. It's just ultimately for the ones that really want to know, the truth of it all. Like it or don't like it, right? Because family, whether you notice or not, this is love. And I love you. And again, I must speak. the truth of it all, right? So it's going to be given in sequences, right? And that's how it's supposed to be given, you know. And if you're following along, if you're checking out the scrolls that I've been putting out, and if you're starting from the very beginning of what I started posting, and you're checking it out for yourselves, it'll lead you on up, right? Because I'm just showing you how I did it. And this is just sharing parts of my, good journey with them. And by me doing so and doing what I need to be doing, I know also it can help others, right? And again, family, we gotta learn how to clear out the noise out here. Focus on yourselves and what the Most High says. Again, family, the scriptures, all of the scriptures matter. And again, in order to know that, you gotta be in to check it out through our master teacher, Dr. Malachi, right? Because he breaks it down like no other. And it's everything that you need and more, right? He breaks it all down for you, leaving no stone unturned. Right. So again, family, we must understand that life is about choices, and we gotta understand, we gotta learn how to make better choices and begin to learn from our mistakes and learn our lessons through time. Because again, family, they're all in your face, depending on whatever experiences you're having. They were all in my face, depending on the experiences that I was having at that time. And it's a battle, right? So if it's a battle for, of course, you wanting to be good and doing good out here, and you're trying to maneuver your demons, and you got stuff going on, dirty laundry, that needs to be cleaned up, things like that is needed, right? Because that's how you're going to have that inner peace with it. And you got to learn how to put yourself first when it comes to why you're here, right? This is your soul journey, right? And you choose what you want in your, environment. And it's very important. People don't realize the importance of what you keep in your environment, what you have around your environment, with people, places, and things. Again, family, all of it is per choice of what you choose to have around you. Now, we have ties, right? We have our loved ones, we have ties, we have people that we care about, and all of that, right? We know this, right? And things that we have attached ourselves to that is not really good for us, right? That we hold on to, out of coping through this world, right? But not knowing or knowing that internally is killing our inner soul and spirits, right? Destroying us, right? So we have to learn how to eliminate and move better out here with making better choices for ourselves and moving right, getting on that right path, purifying yourself, right? Cleansing, family. Cleansing is where it's at. You gotta learn how to cleanse. And oh man, when you cry, you really releasing, you really cleansing when you cry, right? And people think that crying is like, a thing where you're not supposed to do. Family, that is so far from the truth. You're supposed to cry, family. You're supposed to let it out. It's many different ways that your body can let it out. And it's okay to cry, family, because that's growth. And it's needed, right? Because it's telling your body, it's like, I need to get this out, okay? I need to get it on out, And it's purifying, crying, let it on out, right? It's when you release, right? Either joyful cries or, sad cries, sorrow cries. All of it is needed to break through and get where you need to be, right? Realizing that it's just moving you on up to the next level, right? And so realizing though, right? Realizing That why you crying, right? You have to question, why do you feel this way? You have to question, what is going on in your life? Why is the doors closing in on you? Or they can be on the other side of things. You got a lot of stuff going on, right? You battling, right? On the goody good, and you got things just trying to pull you back, pull you down, and keep you where you at, right? Either way, family, all of it is pushing you to the next level in your journey in the stage of life, in the planes of existence, right? And it's for you to conquer, right? And it's not easy, right? I go through it as well, and I cry all the time. Right? Whether it's joyful, whether it's sad, tears, sorrow, I experience all different types of emotions on this journey, family, and it's needed, right? Because again, family, it's how your body processes the experiences that you're going through. And it's not just about crying, family, it's about a whole bunch of things that you're going through, that you're battling, right? You're battling within, and you gotta know that you must let it go, right? That's what's gonna make that release. That's what's going to make you lighter. That's going to make you fly out here when you begin to just let it go. And I know that takes time, and it's easier said than done, right? But that's why it's so crucial to get with yourself. What do I mean? Get with yourself. Get with yourself. Get alone with yourself, family, so you can hear yourself and be with yourself and feel yourself. Feel your own energy, because you're so, around all these different energies every single day, and it's needed for you to get by yourself and feel your own presence, be with yourself. And I know a lot of people that I've just experienced in life and seeing a lot of people run from that. They don't like being with themselves. They don't like sitting with themselves. They feel like maybe it's too loud, not realizing that silence is peace, family. It's peace and silence, family. And oh man, you gotta go through it. You gotta hear yourself talk. You gotta go through it. You gotta hear those thoughts. They trying to tell you something. They trying to tell you or they trying to tell you yeah, keep going. Either way, you gotta begin to hear yourself, and you can't be afraid of that, family. It's normal, family. It's normal to sit with yourself. It's normal to be by yourself sometimes. Yes, it's normal. And in this journey within, oh man, yeah, you're gonna, at some point, you're gonna want to be by yourself. It just is what it is. You're gonna want to be by yourself at times, for sure. Not to say, you don't go out and socialize when need be, and when you need to, when you feel like it, but overall, this time is for you to grow, to evolve, to expand, to get where you need to be. We going somewhere, right? You got things to do. You don't have time to be distracted on all these different things that's happening around here. The thing is, it's about raising your consciousness levels up and raising your own up. How you gonna do that if you don't put forth the time to listen and hear the Most High? And again, family, that's through scripture, that's through meditation, that's through positive prayer, exercise, positive thoughts, messages and dreams, visions, all different types of things that may come your way. Different signs out here. Angel numbers for me, that's how I got certain messages as well. All of these things you gotta just pay attention to and see what is really happening, depending on what you know within yourself that is being said that you need to do. But you have to understand that in order to know that, you gotta build a relationship with yourself. You gotta be your own best friend. You gotta know what's up. You gotta be honest with yourself. You can't be lying to yourself out here. If you ain't feeling it, you're not feeling it, and that is what it is. There's nothing wrong with that, right? You experience all different types of emotions. You cannot fake the journey. You're gonna feel it, right? And it's a beautiful thing. And also, it can get a little ugly because people get uncomfortable, right? And they don't like getting outside their comfort zone. They like feeling comfortable in these spaces and don't want to venture off and get to truly being in a space where it's the unknown and feeling very uncomfortable, right? But not realizing that feeling uncomfortable is what's going to make that change for you in your life. It's going to push you forward. It's going to be like that fire inside that's going to push you on up out of here and do what you need to do per action, right? Sometimes you need a fire in you to get it going, and it's going to feel uncomfortable. But through time, after you realize what that was, it was just pushing you to where you need to be, all that will go away. The fears will go away, and you will begin to feel the love from within. Through time, you'll begin to feel it. And you'll be like, man, I did all of that, and I did all for what? What the world was I doing? You'll look, even though we don't look back, right? But as you begin to examine your life just in general, you'll just say like, wow, what was I tripping on? Yeah, tripping on yourself, right? Tripping on ourselves, right? So again, we gotta learn how to not trip on ourselves, right? We gotta learn how to just trust the process and trust the journey ahead. Because man, oh man, it will reveal so many beautiful things to you, and you'll begin to see the world the way it's supposed to be seen, with your pure reality of what's really happening in your life. Don't you want that real reveal for yourself, where you begin to see things clear? Don't you want that? I'm sure you do. I know you do. I wanted that. I wanted to see clear. I know I ain't got time to be trying to be in clouded impurities, full of fog, and it just seems cloudy. You really don't understand. You really can't see, Don't you want to know what's up? Don't you want to know? Just saying. So, let's be for real. If you want to know what's up, you got to take the time to know that. You got to take the time to be with yourself and begin to be real with yourself. That's what's going to help you grow. And once you begin to see things that you need to do, you got to begin to pick yourself on up eventually and get to moving. Start doing it. Because if not, family, you're going to be stuck in that same place until you decide to do so. This is not magic, family. You have to be the one to get up and start walking. Get up and start moving. It's not just going to happen on its own. You got to be the one to make that step. And it's steps, right? It's not running. It's steps. Walking. Little step. Step by step, right? And again, step by step in checking out a scroll. Checking out. And through time, again, our master teacher, Dr. Malachi guide you through the scroll. Because guess what? If you're checking out one of the scrolls, he tells you to check out another one. Then check out another one in the book whatever scroll that you're reading. And that's for you to go seek out and check out for yourself. And it goes on and on and on. And eventually, you'll begin to raise your consciousness up. And again, like I always say, and our master teacher says as well, first and foremost, that once you do that, your body will follow. And this is how I did it, because this is what happened to me, right? I read and got full, right? Cup overflown. I was full, overflown, right? And then eventually, it was just like, it's time. It's time to let those bad habits go. It's time to make some moves, because you're not going nowhere on this journey until you do so. There's no shortcuts on this spiritual journey. And until you let go of your bad habits, you're not going anywhere. And that's just what it is. You got to begin to shed that weight. It's about moving lighter, right? Not heavier. And all these things that clouds your mind and, dirty up your spirits and soul. It's that fight within you got to let go. And that fight you feel, that flesh, like, nah, I want to, that part right there that was y'all. Yeah, that's real too. But just know, through time, it'll subside and you'll begin to feel better. But that takes time, because, you've been doing it for maybe years. You never know, And so it's going to take time for you to, process through it. But, what's going to feed you while you're going through that moment? When you feeling like, You feeling like that? That's when you get in them scriptures. You start speaking to yourself. You start praying. You start getting into them scriptures, right? You start getting into it. That's what's going to help you. At least that's what helped me. And I'm just sharing what helped me. Everyone is different, right? Get into your meditative states, relax. Learn to relax. Man. And do something healthy. Find another healthier route with activities that you choose to do, to stimulate your mind in healthier ways than things that would, keep you in the same states, whether it's depression, addiction, whatever that might be. And it takes time to, let that go. But with patience with yourself and continue to keep working on yourself, you'll begin to break free. So, remember that, family. And we are all in this together. And we're here to help each other, uplift each other, and help each other grow. So again, family, we out here. So, I'm going to leave it at that for now, though. Alright? Again, family, if you have any questions, you can leave in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer. On that note, family, I want you all to know that you are loved beyond this world and in it. Begin to spread that love one to another, family. Be that peace that you see. Release our master teacher, Dr. Malachi. Peace, shalom, ashuk, divine love, family, and waju. And it's all love.